we want to design this flyer now. The resources have been provided. If other thing that is not provided, you will have to do them by yourself. Watch as I'm going to do it. So let me move this out of the page border. And the first thing I want to do is to size up my page or size up my documents. I think that the best way is like put up here. I'm looking at this usual flyer goes with about A5 size, except it's something that is very big. A5 size is a standard size for flyers, but this is an online flyer and we are making it for Instagram, so it's likely supposed to be a square shaped flyer. So this is 148 and 210, but I want to maintain the 148, or let's say 150 mm and then 150 mm. So I'm customizing my page. You know all this already. The next thing is I want to go to rectangle tool and pick that rectangle tool by double clicking on it. It will just drop a rectangle around the page border. So double click, that's it. Take note, this is a picture file, okay, so you cannot touch anything here. It's a picture. You cannot edit anything again. It has been cemented together. The next thing I'm going to do is to import or bring in those things I told you that I have them already somewhere. You must have you are going to download them. So for me here, it's in lesson 2B folder. These are the 3 files you need to draw that or to design that drawing. So I copy them, go into the drawing and paste. Right click and say paste. That's one way. I want to delete all again. The next way is you can come in here and right click and say import. It will still bring it in. Or you could as well come in through this other method, file menu, import, file, then you go to import. Alright, or you as well go to the standard toolbar, then you see this button here, import. I need to enlarge this my stuff a little. Please permit me to do something briefly on this. Okay, that will be fine. So we go to here and then we import. You can see the import icon there. So, and now I land in the folder. The next thing I want to do is to bring in those 2 files that I have remaining. So you can tap on any space to delete you can press on enter on the keyboard to release them, and you could as well click any space here and it will drop them. They will come the way they came, the way it was. This one was a very big document, big size of picture, but I want to reduce it to my own size. Size is not important to me now. All I want is to fit everything to this area that I have. This one was a little smaller in terms of pixels. We'll discuss that in the future when we talk about bitmaps. Okay, so I brought in those 2 pictures. I downloaded these pictures from internet, okay, so you can always search your Google to look for pictures relating to whatever you want to do. This is what I wanted to make use of, and I got them from the internet. Now looking at this, what we see here is that the first thing is the upside has some brownish or whatever color this is. We are going to define that, and then the bottom side also has something that like this blue, and whatever it is we're going to get that. Then the middle here has the this picture, this crowd standing here, because I just want to represent something. Okay, but first of all I have to reduce this logo to a size that will fit into the work I want to do. So just hold it by the ankle and then push. Okay, I'm adjusting it to size. You could see that some things are getting bigger while some are not. And why is that so? Because I want to undo something. Why it's like that is because while I designed, I want to get into this box, ungroup. You know all this already, so I'm ungrouping it. Now come into this. It was a power clip which we are going to learn today. So edit content in the power clip. This is what was there. But I see that the outlines here, if you go to outline pane dialog box, outline pane, shortcut is F12. They were not supposed to be scaled with image, but I want it to be scaled with image so that if I reduce the image size, the outline will also reduce. If I enlarge it, the outline will also grow alongside with it. So while it is like this, I select it and say scale with image, and that is all. I now right click to close that bitmap or that power clip option, which we are going to still learn today. That's group, Ctrl G. So now if I reduce it, you see that everything else reduces alongside, which makes sense for me. Okay, I think that's the major reason I brought in this one, else I would have brought in the pictorial form of it, the bitmap of it. Okay, so I position that logo there on top there. Perhaps the next thing I want to do is to begin to design quickly. 2022 Expo. Just type 2022 Expo. Okay. And for me, I can understand these fonts. It is either Arial or Arial Black, but for you who may not understand, just look for the font that will resemble whatever it is there. Okay, in most cases, if I'm using complex fonts, I will have to add those fonts in the resources folder for you, so that you can download them and have access to them in case your system doesn't have them. Today I'm using simple fonts all through. So that's that section. I want to stretch it a little. Okay, maybe to 30. Leave it at 30 for me. All right. The next thing is to draw this 8 days to go, but I think I need to let me make my background. It's very nice for me to make my background so that I can see clearly where I have stopped. Okay, bring in this one at the bottom side, then I bring in this one at the middle side, at the middle. What again? The top doesn't have anything to show. So how am I going to do it? First of all, you look at this background is a blending. There is a blending option. One background fits into the other one, and the other one fits into the other one, and the whole thing continues that way. So let me do the fading ministry now. But before then, I could see that this background is not as sharp and as detailed as this other one. This one will be distracting my write-up, so I have to blur it up a little. What do I do in that case to get that done? Go to bitmap menu. I hope you're seeing this clearly. Bitmap. Scroll down to blur, and then Gaussian blur. That's the option I'm using. Okay, so, and I might have to move my slider towards one end. If you lock preview here, whatever you do here, you'll be able to see it as it is. When you move the slider a little upward or backward. Okay. I think I'm getting close to what I am looking for. All right, this is cool for me. So I click OK and accept it. This middle one doesn't have any blurring effects, so I move it and keep here. The next thing I want to do is the blending effects. Blending effects. I want this other one to fade in to the other one, so I have to go and pick what I call the transparency tool. You have learned about this already. Interactive tools flyout. If you scroll down, you'll see transparency. So I pick transparency. And now what I'm going to do is a linear transparency, whereby I'm going to click and drag towards one side, and the direction I'm dragging to will fade in to whatever is there. Okay, so this background now, I'm moving the other one out. This background now fits into this other one, but you can see that some portion of it is outside the box. I might need to do what we call power clip, effects, power clip, place inside container. For me, I have programmed this already to give me a shortcut. This is not an automatic programming. I will show you how to do that, okay, while we learn. So I put it inside here. That's one point. Secondly, when you power clip an object, by default, power clip will take you to the middle of the container. This box now becomes a container for my power clip. But I had to alter that. This is an advanced option, but I have to show you because we are making use of it today. So tools, customization, or even if I like to say options. Okay, now I want to go to commands. Okay, what I need now is in edit menu, auto center new power clip content. By default, this is the one that is always selected. It's always selected, but you have to uncheck it Please let me show you the formula. Let me show you. Okay, let me put it on so that you see the way it will work like. For instance, if I bring this other one now and keep here, now say power clip, place inside container, and now come and click this container. That's my square that is surrounding the page. You see, it puts it at the center. Undo. Bring this other one out. Extract contents. Right click and say extract contents. Move it out and put it maybe here where I want it to be, just at the bottom side, like this other one is. Now say power clip, effect, power clip, place inside container. Click on the container. Instead of it to remain where I wanted it to be, it jumped to the middle of the container, which is not what I usually want. So I have to alter my own programming by going to tools menu, customization, or sorry, yeah, anyone it is, whether customization, and now remove this check mark from the power clip point. I hope you've seen that place now. Let me just zoom in a little further. Auto center new power clip content. I remove that check mark, make sure that it is not checked. All right, so that's the way it is. So here we have to position it the way I wanted it to be before and now do the power clipping thing. So go to my for me, this is the last time I'm going to do power clip using this method. Please, it's a long process for me. So effects, power clip, place inside container. So I place it there. Next thing I want to do is to bring this other one to the middle point or wherever it has to be. For me, it's middle, and I could see that this stage is facing this other side. So what do I need to do? Just flip it horizontally, okay? And now bring it inside the power clip. You know my option already. I have a shortcut I program for it. For you just pass through the normal way and put inside the container. So let's see the way this one is. First, second. All right, that's complete, and I'm cool with that. However, there are about 2 lights in between. In other words, this one is a little bigger than it should be. Okay, with this, the other lights are not coming in. Was that really? For me, I think I need that light. It's fine to make it fine for me. Okay, possibly that's the way I want to leave that area now. So the next thing I want to do is to fill in this other upper side, which could have been just by me clicking on this color. Okay, but it doesn't also blend that way for me. What do I need to do? I would have to make another rectangle there and fill it with that color, and then sorry, I'm using the rectangle tool to draw this. You know that rectangle tool already, so fill it with this color. And the next thing I'm going to do there is to also apply the blending effect by transpiring one side of it. So pick the transparency tool, click and drag on one side towards one end of it so that it will fade towards one end. And if you put it like this, now you see that that effect is being created. Okay, the depth is not as much as I wanted, but I think in that case I have to enlarge the inner those pictures so that it will fill up well. Power clip, effects, power clip, place inside container. So now click the container. That is done. But I have to make this other one come up some more. Okay, no, I don't want this mark to show. So the blending must be perfect for me. Okay, it must come to a point of merging perfectly without showing any sign of, any weakness in the blending. And for this other upper one, I need to pick the rectangle tool again and adjust the point, bringing it a little lower so that I do not start immediately from the beginning of the other one. I want it to blend perfectly here at that upside. Okay, does it give me what I wanted? Basically, no. It's too sharp. This place is too sharp. I want something better than that. So I enlarge the circle and put it well. It's not still giving me what I wanted. I want to start the fresh transparency work again all over. Okay, so here it is. The longer this, the more the blending will be. But I also don't want it to cross. I don't want it to cross the limit of the square. Okay, so I guess that is coming in a little better, but I have to close up the cap. The cap here is too big. Okay, so what do? Bring the two of them up some more. and this one has come in here to that extent. Okay, so I have to enlarge this one some more. I just want it to blend well. That blending is what I'm looking for. I think I've gotten what I think I needed. This one should be behind everything. Then this one should come up a little and blend into it, so that border, that's okay, that's sealed. Okay, and on this side, the upside too, I don't want this, is too big, so I want to squeeze it a little further, reduce it, and want the blending to be better for me. This blending, my brother, is not perfect, so okay, bring it in again, bring it in again, bring it in, come into this place. Okay, I love that. Now okay, I don't want any border outline here. You can see there is black outline here, so I have to right click on no color to disable that black outline. And again, I see that the blue part is too much deep into it. Please take note, I'm just fine tuning this thing to give me what I want. Okay, so I have to enlarge this a little and then bring this blue part or the bottom side closer. Okay, I think I've gotten what I wanted. This might need a flipping still. Okay, but these are just minor things that don't really matter. No, it doesn't need it. Okay, so that's the way it is. That's the way it is. So let's go ahead with our design now. 2022 Expo, I've already typed that, so I just color it white. Color white. Alright, that's good. The next thing is put the date. 08 days to go. Okay, it's not actually date, it's just the number of days to go. 08. So take note, I'm using uniform fonts today, more like area fonts. So that's that. And the 8 is white color. They are closer to each other, so I have to pick shape 2 and then bring them a little by adjusting. See these points now. If you put a, you're adjusting paragraph up and down. If you put a spacing up and down. If you put a, you're adjusting spacing by the sides too. Okay, so I brought them closer, and that's looking cool for me. Highlight it and center with the page. That's good. The next thing I want to do is to break it apart. Arrange menu, break text apart. Break apart always is Control K. So whether it is text or it is any object or a group of any objects or anything you want to break apart, is Control K. So Control K, next time I could just press and tell you that I'm breaking it apart. The next thing is to create this little effect. Say you see here that looks like depth, but it's not really anything, not a 3D depth per se, but just after all, every 3D is more like an additional dimension to something. So I'm adding that second dimension to it here. Alright, and color that one maybe gray color. I think that's the color there. Gray color. Okay. Then also duplicate this one, the 8, and also color the same color too. So you can see that the perspective is already coming out for me, but that's not the dimension I want. I want it to look like if the 0 is coming in and zooming out towards the 8. So in that case, these dark colors would go inside. Shift, not necessarily, Control, page down will do the work a little. So you keep on dropping it one by one. Alright, so we have achieved that. But there is a little space between the two. So what do I need to do? Highlight these two and shift it away by nudging it on the keyboard. Okay. It's like I took only one. Okay, that's good. I've achieved that effect there. The next thing, let me bring this one a little closer so it will not be too deep. So we have that. The next thing is to draw these days to go. But I have to group these together first so that whenever I want to work with them and centralize it with the page. Okay. Now days to go. Draw something like this. Just a square that matches what I want to do. Now write my days to go. Days to go. To go is in capital letter. It's not necessarily compulsory, but that's just the way I decided to format that one. Okay, I want to close this cap, picking my shape tool, F10, then drag up to close the cap a little, and possibly this way too. This one doesn't look like it, so I want to use area black. This one is giving me what I wanted. You're looking, don't move only one. So this is it, days to go. So in this case, I also stretch it a little to fill in more E and C to centralize it there. This days to go has white color, while the border or the shape, that is the container there, has, or the background there is just that. I don't know what this color is. Could this be okay, let me just give you the color definition in case you are not using it. It's RGB 6040. That's more like not pink, not brown. Sorry, I'm not good with colors. Don't know their names per se. However, if you are using CMYK profile, I should be able to give you the name or something very close to that. Permit me for that. Maybe because of this class, I have to come and study colors. That is if I will know. There are too many colors on this earth. Okay, so I've gotten my days to go. The next thing is to do the this time around I have to click on it again to put it for positioning, for rotating, as rotation or skewing. What I need this time around is skewing, not necessarily, I'm not going to rotate it like we used to do at other times, but what we need to do now is to skew, change the angle. Remember that I'm trying to give it a 3D shape, 3D formation. So that has given me what I wanted there. Although the length of this thing is longer than what I expected it to be, I have to squeeze it a little. Please, I'm just squeezing abruptly. Okay, and now turn it up this way so that it will not be too different from what we have here. You know, for sake of exams, you should be able to do almost what you have to do. But graphics gives room for creativity. All right, provided that your creativity is making your own work to be better than the rest. However, when you are doing an exams, please do as you were shown, because that's when maybe the examiner will be able to know, okay, he or she was able to do this one, and of course should be able to understand the limitations of whatever you must have done ahead. Okay, that's that. Now you can see that this thing has a little shadow that makes it look as if it is standing on something or being pushed like a book being opened. Okay, so I pick my drop shadow tool. You know that already, so there's nothing to teach again about that. And pick my preset. Look for the preset that matches what I want. Okay, and likely it's one of the perspectives to left. So that's it, right? I want it to come this way. Okay, I think that's almost there perfectly, but a little up, a little up, a little up, a little up, a little up. Okay, a little inside too, and that's good, right? But I do not want it to show here. I do not want it to show there. Let me see if I can get that done. I didn't get it perfectly, so I'll keep on adjusting until I get what I'm looking for. If I couldn't succeed in getting that done, I know that if I lift it and put it inside here, you will not notice it again. Okay, but because I'm doing it outside, I want to show you the way, in case you do your own in a different background. If I do it outside here, if I put it inside there, you cannot notice those differences again. Now, how do you get this resolved in real terms? Bring back the drop shadow tool so that I can amend this thing a little further. Okay, come up. To what level? Come here. I want to see things. Okay, that's okay. Okay, just a little in here out. So come to arrange menu and break apart. When I break apart now, I could now shape this one to whatever I want it to be like. Let's say, just push it in. Just rotate it a little, and that rotation now I have to bring it to this angle. Let that be the angle of rotation. So now point it a little off so that it will enter inside. But I don't want it to show on the upper side as if something is pumping out. So just a little there, and I'm done. Back into grouping. Group it, Ctrl G, move it into this space and place it accordingly. I have to reduce the size to be able to fit in. So we are done with that second part. The graphics is almost halfway done now. So you can see that the simple combination of one or two small effects that gives you what you wanted. Okay, this was looking so dark when I looked from outside, but as I'm zooming in, I can see that details are clear. Okay, even this borderline is not as thick as it should be, so I have to move it like to 1 point. Okay, I'm cool with that. Most of the times just download it from internet, okay, but the one you have directly will help you in case you want to modify colors or modify the outline or anything you want to make changes to it. Your raw file is always better. Please, I have to save this. I do not know what the set of things are, so let me save as inside bootcamp. Just save it. Okay, let me save it on my desktop first. In that place, lesson 2b. Okay, so call this the NPC look. I want to call it what's this? 2022 Expo. Okay. Take note, this event does not exist. It's just a fictitious event. I'm just imagining. Okay, like if NPC is trying to do an international exhibition, that's not something you have to look out for. It doesn't exist anywhere. You will not find it. So don't go looking for anything anywhere at Abuja. Alright, so that is done. Next thing is to finish up with our details or schedule. So first of all, drawing this, I just pick my rectangle tool and draw a rectangle around something that looks like the area the other one covers, and I now make my rounded corners with the shape tool. Just touch the corner and drag it a little to give me those rounded corners. Color the outline white by right clicking on the color. I have to make it a little thicker, maybe up to 2 points. Okay, 3 points looks good. Let's say 2 points. Okay, but I think I like the 3 points. Okay, so 3 points or 2.5. 2.5. All right. Please, I have to bring it closer because I cannot see what is written here clearly from that direction, so as to make work faster. Here I go. First of all, we have what I'm seeing here boldly there is 9 a.m. daily. And then we have the next thing. This one has a different setting, so I have to duplicate it before I edit it. So I right click and to drop it to duplicate. So now type the FCT Sports Complex by Old Parade Ground, area 10, ABJ. Alright, so that's the that section. I just want to make my fonts and everything to look as close. Okay, today I really use one particular font, so I don't want to stress us so much because we are just starting. The time will come, we'll use maybe like 2 or 3 different kinds of fonts, but everything must be reasonable. You don't just use fonts or even colors anyhow. Be sure that they will be able to blend. So that's that. I want to make it bold and then reduce the spacing in between them. Just want something nice, and then reduce the size still. Reduce it. Okay, I think I'm cool with this. Oh, it's too big. Reduce it further. Okay, that's the section is taking on this other one. Let's see, can that other side carry what I want to put there? Probably. Then I also put this other one here and still close up the curves in between them. Some of these curves don't really make your work fine. Then make it bold and reduce the size further. Align with, I want to select this one and align with this one on the left, L. So I'm almost done with that place. So let's see, back to L again to align well. Okay, this is not like, doesn't look like bold. No, it's okay. Let me expand this a little. Okay, let me change the spacing a little. Okay, that's my shape too. Okay, so I've gotten that side. Now the next thing is to get this other side. So I'll also take another rectangle tool again. I want to draw this other shape here and draw the shape around. There are 2 ways that can help me to get this thing done, but let me just start it and see how far it goes. I have to draw it exactly close to the border of this, so that I will use it to trace it. Now pick my shape tool and make the corners rounded, okay, by dragging it effectively, and now reduce the size overall. Okay, it fits into that space for me. highlight with the other one and put it at the center. I want to reduce the size further. I hope that's the way it is there. There's a little cap in between, very tiny cap. Okay, so I'm done with that part there. Okay, so I can color that one because it's on a different. Why I'm calling this other one's black for now, because white on white you will not see anything now, nothing. So I can see that the space this guy took is too much, and even this my shape is not perfect, but hey guys, it's not the time to look into that. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I will convert this one to curve, and then use my shape tool and extend it, holding shift on keyboard so that it will be straight, make it a little longer to make room for these other icons I want to place in that place. Okay, that's done. The next thing is put the date Monday 12th to Saturday 17th December 2022. Pick up this smaller character, duplicate here by right clicking, then type Monday in capital letter B, Monday 12th. I have to centralize it by Ctrl C while it's on the text. Okay, so the 12th is bigger than the Monday in this case. So I have to Ctrl K, that is break apart, or you go to arrange menu. I think I've spoken about that for several times. And then reduce this one size. Please, I have to make all of them bold. Okay, they're already bold. Reduce that one size and possibly bring it closer to each other. Put them together, centralize it with the box. This is my box. The curving, the roundness of the corner is too much, so I have to reduce it further. I also want it to look a little decent. Possibly this other one too. Reduce it a little. Oh, I've already grouped it. I've already converted it to curve. So even if I'm moving one corner, everything is not moving along with it. But hey guys, you know what to do. My intention is to show you the way. I'm not pushing you to enter into it. Okay, this is graphics word. Graphics word is a word of creativity. Just learn how to reason. When you get to work, you know how to handle it. And the next thing is okay, this one is still tiny herself. Okay, so I reduce it further and now do my tracking, expand it further so that there's more space in between the characters. Okay, I'm bringing it here. Let's see. I look at what I'm doing. Okay, it almost resembles the same thing, so I'm good with that for now. If I need, I can expand it. So color it white, put it at the center of this shape. That's cool. Next is I'm going to duplicate that same thing here to this side, and then type Saturday by double clicking on the text. A text tool comes up automatically. Saturday. That's the 12 plus 6 plus 7. That's supposed to be 17, right? 17th. Whether the date is right or wrong is not a problem, because you're not designing a real program. This is just imagination. Okay, it's just imagination. So this is centered there. December 2022. So my same font comes in again, and then I type December. December, I think, is in abbreviated mode. Apostrophe before 22. That's to show that something is behind it for those who study English. Okay. Are we done? Almost on that section. So this is how it is. I'm drawing this other circle, and how does it look like? It's also rounded, perfect roundness. Okay, then white on that. My this color is very difficult for me to define it. Is this pink? No, it's not pink. Is it brown? It's not brown. What is it? Is it gold? It's not gold. Okay, so we now have it this way, and now round it perfectly. Color it white. I can't see the other one. I have to bring back this guy first. It's possible I wrote this one first before then, so I have to go to arrange menu, order. Where is order now? Order to front of layer. Okay, now select this other one. Possibly color this one, that my brown color, and then or whatever it is, and then color this other one now. I think that's orange, Abby. This is orange. Looks more like orange, or a touch of orange. Okay, so we've gotten this to that point, but there is something I see in between here. Okay, we did not write to, we just draw something. So let me draw that thing we drew there. How do we get this done? You can pick a rectangle to almost anything can be converted to anything, and then from here you how does it look like? First of all, okay, I want to look it twice or once only. So it has a fish shaped. Okay, this phi. So I want to click on this point with my shape tool being activated as after converting it to curve. Okay, and now come to this place, and please, I want to redo that process in case I didn't show somebody something. Please, I'm not working for myself. Pick rectangle tool again, draw a small rectangle here, right click on that rectangle, convert to curves. Now go to shape tool and double click at any point to make a note, and then double click at next to delete a note. So for me, I'm going to make a note here. That's more like a junction, this kind of things you see here, and the way by you can hold and drag it. So I want to make it here at the center here by double clicking on it. If I double click on it again, it goes. We have done this thing already, so you know how it is. So double click on it and then delete this one, and here now becomes more like a fish shape. So I hollow this one by dragging it in. How does it look like again? Okay, so I have to make this other one look a little curved. Okay, by right clicking this segment and say curve. So I also pull it out. Right click this other segment again with the shape tool, say curve, and then pull it out further, just like that. We have to make this other one a little longer. Okay, then I now deepen this part. Sorry, okay. So I now deepen this part. I'm going to handle it with this. Okay, so this is making it deeper, and then possibly also use the same handles to adjust this area so that it will look smoother, it will look neater for me. Is that what you saw there? No, it's not turning to a circle. So we point it in from that corner and then point it out from here. Likewise here, we point it in here and then we bring it out here. Okay, so that's the way it looks like. Let me bring my guideline and see, are they at the same level? Yes, but this one is not at the central point. So hey, come to the center a little, color it white, remove the outline by right clicking on it. It doesn't look fine for me, doesn't look perfect, so I have to close in a little. You know, this thing was supposed to be a V. It now looks a little better, and the depth of this curve here is looking too much based on what I'm seeing here, because I'm trying to just do a similar thing. So what do? Adjust it a little upward. I'm cool. So we have Monday 12 to Saturday 17 December. I want to reduce it a little. 2022. That is the date of the expo. Now highlight everything in that section. No, you are not part of it. Just this one, excluding that orange color thing, and center it. So that's a step away. The next thing is alignment. Okay, we now put this calendar symbol. I do not know if my PC has calendar symbol. If you go to that should be on that text menu, right? Text menu, insert character. You see the shortcut here being text menu, insert character or symbol and character. The shortcut is Control F11. Control and F11. Okay, so anyhow I want to do it, just do it. I have clicked on it now. Abi? Text, insert character. Alright, so you can see this other thing coming up there by the side. I want to look for this symbol, any of these symbols that I have here. 1, 2, 3, any of the symbols I have. Basically the two categories I know how to look for symbols here is either there are what we call symbols in some cases, but they come with fonts. Do you find symbol fonts? Symbol font, does it have any reasonable thing here? No. Okay, webdings. WE the WEB, that is Webdings. Alright, you can click on that font and then search under it. You will find some amazing, artworks you can look for and pick what you find. But when you cannot find it, you draw. After all, CorelDraw is for customization. I think that's where I really want to spend time here, so that I can, maybe when you go to Canva, for instance, and you want to design on Canva, you may not be able to find exactly what you want, but in CorelDraw, even if you cannot find it, you can draw it for yourself. Canva, you may not be able to draw it for yourself. Okay, that's the difference between CorelDraw and Canva. Not everything you can draw accurately or customize for yourself, but CorelDraw, you can always do it. Okay, I'm looking for that date symbol. You can search for it online, download it and use. It's not in that Webdings. So I'm going to Wingdings. Wingdings. Take note of those two categories of fonts. Wingdings. Okay. So I'll click enter there, and I'm also going, no, that's Webdings. I want to go to Wingdings. And also going to look for it there. Start all over. You can expand this thing to bring more in. Okay, you can expand this to put more so that I can see clearly. You can see some other symbols like telephone, like a hand, all those things. So anyone you want, you pick. If you don't see, you draw your own. Okay, I can see time symbol here. I'm using it here, so I'm going to lift it and put anyone that matches my own. 9 a.m. Something about this one. Okay, it doesn't mean that you must really show exactly that same thing. So I've seen time there already. What is the location map? Okay, location icon is not in this thing. It's not here. You can see some other things here in case you want any of them. Alright, for me, I've been able to get time. The rest I'm going to draw. So, but take note, having learned how to draw, when I'm going to draw something that is complex, I may not really have to spend time explaining plenty. I have to do it so that we get going. So, time is not supposed to be there now. Time is supposed to be here. Okay. So this is time, and it is white still. But I have to color it red for now until, okay, it's red actually. Yeah, it's red. There's a white background under it. We'll get there when I finally change this color to transparency. Okay, it's already transparent anyway. So that's time. The next one is location map. Let me just quickly draw this location map. Okay, look at the way it is. Maybe just keep it by your front here. How do you get that done? I'm still going to use my rectangle tool again to draw that. You can download all these things online, but for me, we are in class now, so it's not the time to do any expo. Pick a rectangle tool and keep there. And now, but after now, next time we are not going to repeat this kind of symbols anymore. You carry from an old drawing, copy it and paste it in the new one, or you download from online and paste. Okay, but I'm teaching you like using one stone to catch or to kill many birds. Okay, because we have limited time. 14 days is not enough to learn everything, but if you pick here, combine it together and practice on one subject, the next day we look for different aspects of commands and add to it. The next day we look for different aspects of commands. Before you know, under 5 days you've become a master because you've been exposed to every aspect of it. Alright, so pick up your shape tool and then make the corners rounded first of all. Perfect roundness. Okay, then while this is being unlocked, release it. The bottom should be 0 0 0 and 0, so it becomes something like this. Then you now right click and convert to curve. Pick your shape tool, make a point here, that is a node here at this middle point. Delete this one, delete this one. The next thing you want to do is to blend by right clicking on this segment and then you blend. I don't like that curving thing, so I want to highlight this junction and all these segments together, in fact everything together, and make sure that it does not, I want it to be cuspy. It can allow me to turn one area, it shouldn't be smooth. Okay, it shouldn't be when I'm turning this side the other one is adjusting itself, because it can alter what I've already done there, what I've already achieved. So I just turn this one a little to give me that shape as much as I want it to be. Then likewise I come to this side, curve, and then turn this thing a little and just adjust it to my own taste. All I want to do is to draw location icon. You can search for it on the internet, it's everywhere. You can download it from anywhere. If you have Canva accounts, you can as well download it as PNG file. There's nothing there, but for us, we are students, so we have to learn how things get done, because all those things you see online, people drew them. Alright, so here we have this, drawing a circle there, and then the circle is colored anything. I have to combine the circle with the other this drop of oil shape. Combining opens a hole in it, so let's see how it works. And you can see we've gotten that. So I bring it to my place. Stay here and wait for me. Size it well too. Okay, that's that. Just wait for me there. We'll come back to arrange. The last thing here is the calendar icon. By now you should know how to do all these things now. So, but for sake of students, we are in classroom. So I draw my square. This is a perfect square. I can see it. Then we have some boxes about 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So how do I do that? Quickly pick my same rectangle and draw a small box here. 1, 2, and 3. Color it the same color of the inner. Okay, for now it's not time to color anything. Then duplicate it 1, 2 by Ctrl R. Sorry, by Ctrl R. I make the last one. So I've gotten that point. Then I also make another smaller boxes. Possibly bring this one up. Rotate it by 90 degrees. Okay, or you can as well hold it with your hand and then turn it like this. All those things are just easy things. Okay, learn to make your life easy by knowing what to do and doing it when necessary. So I rotate that one and put it there. And how many are there? How many? There are 3 points. Maybe that one is a little looking slimmer or longer, whichever way we kind of find it out. So duplicate it 1, 2. So that is it. And group the 3. Highlight and align with this other one. Group these ones too. And after grouping it, align with this other one. I think I'm not trying to get something perfect. I just want to show you how things work. But it's more like this is not a perfect square. No, it is. It's perfect square. So here, let's go back. This has a border. Only this one has a border line, which is this one. Okay, let's go into the drawing. I think we're almost done. So that I can color it with my color the way I want it to be. So highlight all of this and group together first. Bring it into this place. I just right click to drop it. So after keeping it here, center. Alright, I want to do some coloration work now. First of all, the color is white all through. Right? All the colors are actually white. Back in here. There's no need for any outline. So there's no outline. But if I remove outline, everything else disappears. Why? So what do I need to do now is to combine this. You see these ones here? There is an inner shape here that is eating up the borderline, or there are two ways about it. Either one, this other one here, I color it my color, orange color, and then I make the outline to be white. That's one way around it. And then this other one, no outline. And then this other one's no outline. That makes it faster. Okay? And I think it's good for us to work with that. There's no need to waste most of our time. But you can as well add a shape inside here. And I think I like that one more, because when you color it next time, it can just appear straight away for you. A shape inside here, and combine that shape with the other outer one to pull out that middle segment of it. And that is cool enough for me. So that even if I combine everything together now and say no outline, but only fill, you can see everything looking perfectly. And this my square is looking like if it's too it's taller than necessary. I don't know if it's my eye that is deceiving me or my screen, so I want to squeeze it a little, okay, to look more like calendar. So that's a calendar symbol there representing the schedule, that is the date. And here's the time symbol here representing time. Of course, clock symbol representing time. E to align. Then here I want to align this on top to this other first line there. So, and then this and this should align, this one and this one should align center, that is C. Okay, what next about them? There is a circle, white circle carrying them or sustaining them there. So I'm going to draw this white circle here and then put it at the center of this other one here. Bring this one to the up, or send the circle down, shift control, page down, and then highlight with this other one, put the center. Then I'll also duplicate the same circle somewhere around here. Make sure that it is also centered to the other objects C and E, center. Alright, so the circle is colored white, no background. But I have to send that white back, shift control, page down. So shift page down. No, don't use shift page down. Please use control page down. Control page down, because if you use shift page down now, it could depend on, okay, let's move it into the main document so that I can understand what I'm saying. Undo, 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 undo. Depending on the number of objects you have on screen, doing control now or shift can send it to the infinity, whereby you no longer see the object easily. You have to remove. Sometimes it can even remain hidden there forever. So I'm coloring these other ones now white. That's the shape outline there. And all these my inner elements, this my inner text elements, white. Okay. And this my guy here should be, what color are you, sir? You are white and then red is on top. So you are white and the red is on top, no outline, by right clicking on the outline. Likewise this one, white, no outline. You can see that. So what I'm going to do now is, if I say shift and page down, it goes to the downside that you don't even see it anymore, even behind that blue background. What do I need to do? I begin to tap it up from there. Shift page up, one step. Sorry, no, I did not say notch. Bring it back, shift and page down, sends it back to the bottom of the page. And now shift and page up brings it one step ahead. That's good. But another way around, I would have just brought it by the side here, right click and say order behind off. You can see this 3 dot sign behind with the 3 dots. Where is it? Order. Sorry, I'm trying to magnify the section. So now say behind with 3 dots, and now come and click on that time or clock symbol. So I've actually moved it behind that one now. Let's see how it goes. So that even if I bring it back again, it will be under it, but never not under any other thing that is behind it. So we are almost we are done, Abby. Hey guys, that's almost the end of it. Okay, I just need to stretch it a little to fill into the space and look like what I saw on this other side here. So I'm going to bring down this one a little further to this, just be a little here, maybe possibly enlarge it a little if I want it to just look exactly as I saw in the other one. Center this one to the center of this other place, and then every other thing is done. So that is it. The next thing I'm going to do now is to save my work again. Control S, or you press this save icon here, and then you might want to export it so that you can send to me. Control and E, export. So you go to file menu or you click on this export button, but I'm going to file menu, export. Export allows you to save file in multiple formats. So I want to go to my desktop and go to the lesson 2B, okay, and call it 2022 Expo. That is the file name I have just exported, which you are going to use to look at and design your own for me. Hey, I must catch you. Don't send me my own work. I can look at it as I'm looking at it and see that this place needs a little shadow so that it will not fade into the background. So what do I have to do? I want to cancel this, add small shadow to this. So get in here, drop shadow, just drag it a little. That should be okay. That should be okay. Make it 100% on opacity. It might not have been on this other one. I don't know if it's there. It's possible it's there, but I can't tell. So just export it again and go to desktop and go to lesson 2B. I think that's where we are, and X2022 Expo. I'm exporting as PNG file, and looking at the preview here when it's loading, I like it. I'm okay with it for now. So that's it, guys. We are done.